Okay, today I'm going to talk about getting value for your dinner. In other words, what else can you. That's not going to work. Getting value and dinner. Let's separate those two topics. Okay, if we're going to talk about dinner, um, well, one of my friends posted an article about someone who went to India and got an initiation. And after the initiation, they didn't have to eat food anymore for the rest of their life. Now, that sounds far fetched. Except if you pick up Yogananda's book, Autobiography of a Yogi, he talks about someone in India who was just like that. And that kind of person is known as a breatharian. Now, how is it possible for a human to live on tea and air, no food? A biological scientist would say, or a dietitian would say, that's impossible. But I know it's true. How do I know? Well, because I'm a Reiki person. What's Reiki? Reiki is a healing art that originates in Japan, and I was initiated into that. And does it work? Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It used to work all the time for me. Why doesn't it work all the time for me? Mostly because the Reiki that I'm channeling is going into, I don't know. But I know it's still working. And sometimes I feel the energy. When I first got initiated into Reiki, that's when I could really begin to feel this life force energy. So, if you don't believe in this, go and get initiated into Reiki. Don't go to somebody who's expensive. Some people are very expensive. When I was in Vancouver, Canada, I paid a Reiki master maybe $150 for an initiation. And then later on, I was down in the beach in Vancouver, and people were giving away free Reiki initiations. So if someone's charging you like $500, tell them to go stick it up their ass. You can get initiated. Well, don't overpay these jackasses that want to pay. If you were here, I would do it for free. I never took the Reiki Master course. I have like second level Reiki formally, but that was so many years ago. People are so fucking greedy. You know, they're going to give you like 12 levels of, let's say, Reiki to become a Reiki Grandmaster. It's lies and bullshit. It's unbelievable lies. So these kind of people, just steer clear of them. They're not about helping other people. They're about enriching themselves. So they're just, Sith Lords from Star Wars. Anyway, if you do get initiated into Reiki, you will be able to feel life force energy when you give and receive Reiki. And, okay, so what else were we talking about? I completely forgot. We're talking about dinner. Okay, and then we're talking about being a breatharian. Okay, so why is it that I feel that after I did my Reiki thing? Well, because the energy flows. You can feel it. And this is the energy that a breatharian lives on. This is Reiki energy is the same energy as in Hawaiian. In Hawaiian, it's known as mana. In India, it's known as prana. In China, it's known as chi. And in Japan, and I think it's also Japan, that they call it ki. So that's where Reiki comes from, the ki. It's all the same energy. It's life force energy, and we can live on it. I just have a hard time because I still eat. I get hungry. So I don't know if this person that went to India, if there was some different kind of initiation. I don't know the details. There's a video, and I just don't feel like watching a video. I feel like talking rather than making a video. So, is that where we're going as a species to be able to live without food? The answer is I don't know. The thing is that a lot of people like to eat. They enjoy tasting foods. They enjoy cooking. They enjoy sharing a meal. So if you're one of these breatharian people, then well, I guess you could sit at the table where everyone else is eating and you could enjoy the smells. What else do I want to talk about? People that are talking about Earth ascension, and quite often I do talk about Earth ascension, and I try to put a comedic bent to it. What does it mean to ascend to a higher dimension? Well, I always say if you go and listen to John Lennon's song Imagine, and then go and listen to The Age of Aquarius by the Fifth Dimension, those two songs will give you a pretty good idea what I think the fifth dimension is all about. But a lot of things are different in the fifth dimension. What is true and what is false become more and more indistinct. When you're in 3D, you have a fact. Paris is in France. In higher dimensions, you might find that Paris is, it's more like when you're in a dream, okay? If you're having a dream, you wouldn't find it weird in a dream for you to walk outside of your house in Las Vegas and go around the block and end up in Paris. Right? In a dream, that's like, no one would say, oh, you need to see a psychiatrist if that happens in a dream. But if they say in the 3D world, if you said, yeah, I walked around the block and I ended up in Paris, my home was Las Vegas, people would say, seek help. You got something wrong with you. So it's really weird how in our regular awakened reality, we consider it different than our dream state. But as you rise in consciousness, the dreamlike nature of your dream state becomes more and more normal in your awakened state. So you can expect bizarre things like what you see in a dream to happen in your everyday life. Should you be concerned? No, don't be concerned. The expectation is for you to go, wow, or to start laughing and say, oh my God, this is hilarious. You're supposed to really enjoy this higher dimensional living. And in a higher dimension, maybe 1 + 1 = 12. So don't be concerned if you start seeing odd things. Is it really going to happen? The more you let go of things were always like this in the olden days. Why can't we go? No, it's changing. Everything is changing. Everything is changing. And you just have to remember your old song from kindergarten, row, row, row your boat. Do you remember how the rest of it goes? I can't remember how it goes now. It's just, this is what happens when you go to higher dimensions. You're in the middle of talking about something, and then whoop, there it goes. It's like, I know it was row, row your boat, but I used, like 10 minutes ago, I knew how to sing that song, and now I can't sing. And then you don't get worried about it. It's just like, I'm sure everyone knows life is but a dream. All right? The dream-like nature of reality. It's in 3D world, reality really seems fixed and dilated. But as you go to higher and higher dimensions, reality becomes more and more interesting because it's more dreamlike. There was a movie, I don't know if it's probably not on Netflix, but you could probably find it somewhere. It was Robin Williams and um, oh God, Barnett Bain was the producer director. He also made the movie The Celestine Prophecy. Oh, hold on, I gotta go look for it. Okay, I remembered it. It's called What Dreams May Come. And if you do any research into astral worlds, they're dream worlds, and anything can happen in a dream. So, what's it got to do with the Earth Ascension? It's just going to be more and more like astral rather than the old physical. And if you say, I like physical, I know if I drive to the end of the street and I go right, I head towards Walmart. I don't like your idea of going to the end of the street and ending up in Paris. Well, you better get used to it because it's coming anyway. The whole thing is that, I've said it so many times lately, the physical world is an incorrect view of reality. It's Newtonian physics from the 1600s and 1700s. In a quantum world, reality is just information, and you rearrange the information and your reality is going to change. Don't worry, don't be concerned. It is just the new way that we're moving more and more into. You're going to get more and more cuckoo things like deja vus. Everyone knows what it is. But you're going to have more and more things like that. You might end up with spirit guides. You might end up with incredible coincidences. You might run into people that you haven't seen in so long, and out of the blue, there they are. Like you would in a dream. You have a dream, and it's not unusual in a dream to meet somebody from 30 years ago. But then you wake up and you think, well, I'm back in my normal city and that person lives in LA. There's no way I'm going to run into them today. Get ready for these kind of things to happen. Strange coincidences. Enjoy the ride. If you want, no, I don't like that one. I was going to give you something from Star Trek, but no. But you can remember that anything can happen in a Star Trek holodeck, and the holodeck in Star Trek is most best description of what our reality is, next to dreams, because dreams are maybe even beyond the realm of what a holodeck will produce.